welcome to Pinky Hooks. I am your host, Shania Lancaster, and I want to say thank you. Thank you for stopping by today and checking out my channel. For those of you who are new to my channel, this channel was designed for the love of crocheting and yarn crafts, arts and crafts. Also on my channel, from time to time, I do have various conversations, nothing heavy, nothing light, kind of in the middle. You know, sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're serious, but yep, we normally do it with tea and conversation or coffee and conversation, whatever you want to say. And then from time to time, you will see my pet rabbit, which she has not been on lately because it's kind of hard to catch her. But Ruby Sue from time to time will pop up in the middle of the videos or sometimes at the end. But nevertheless, if this is your first time viewing, I would like to say thank you for stopping by. I don't know how I landed in your chair, but I'm appreciative. And after this video is over, if you like what you saw here today, be sure to give it a thumbs up and think about subscribing, okay? I try to have a little bit of something for everybody, right? Yeah? Okay, so basically this video is to follow up with the #1 video on my channel, which was how to crochet with arthritis. And on a serious note, when I made that video, okay, I believe it was my it was either my 3rd or 4th video when I started this channel last May of 2021. I had to think about it. It has not even been a full year yet since I've been on YouTube. But when I made that video, I never thought that I would get the kind of reception that I have received since that video aired, okay? I just wanted to share my story regarding what I went through with my hands, because in the beginning, if you watch the video, I did not know what the problem was. I had no idea. You know, I mean, people were literally, you know, doctors, for whatever reason, I don't know why. And I think, well, I take that back. They couldn't figure out what the problem was because I was describing different types of pains. That's what was happening. And they did so many different tests. Before we got to the MRIs, they were thinking stuff like, oh, you probably have MS. They were thinking like, forgive me if I can't pronounce this, fiber. I can never pronounce it, but I'm going to put the word on the side. They was thinking, what else was they thinking? They was thinking, oh, do you have diabetes? I don't have diabetes. You know, they was thinking, you know, they started asking me about family history, you know, like just naming all these different things. They also, I remember when they was just like, oh, it's just carpal tunnel, you know. But when I started doing the research, like carpal tunnel, I'm like, okay, I'm not having a problem with my wrists, you know, and I don't have these symptoms that is the traditional like symptoms of carpal tunnel. Then it was, you know, well, we're going to do like it's like electroid test, you know. They put all of these, you know, wires on my arms and everything because I would wake up in the middle of the night with tingling, like right here, not here, you know, because I was just like, oh my God, am I having a heart attack? And no, it'd be right here in the forearm. It was weird. And it wasn't like hurting. It was just annoying. It was just there. And it would wake me up in the middle of the night. I would try to elevate my arm up, but it was going down my forearm. It would start there at the forearm, a little bit of, you know, right here. It was like under here. It wasn't even on top of here. And it would travel down to my hands and make my hands flare up. It was just crazy, right? And so as you guys seen, you know, finally, you know, once I mean, after like, I think 2.5 months, because it started in September and it went on all the way until like around the very end of November. You know, it was test after test. They were taking, you know, giving me steroid shots, you know, which was, it's very painful. Steroid shots and oral steroids is two different things. And it was painful. My hands were in large braces, not the braces that I showed you guys in the first video where I'm able to work. They were covering up like the majority of my fingers starting from here, and it would go all the way down. But I had to wear it on both hands. How could I do anything, right? And when it was finally, you know, the MRIs took place and they finally said, oh, you have two conditions. You have arthritis, osteoarthritis, and you also have cervical stenosis, because they took the MRIs dealing with my spine. And then it was just like, okay, now we know what to do. So anyway, like I said, I had a lot of you share your stories with me. And I want to say thank you very much, because not only did you share your stories with me, every time someone leaves a comment and they share a little bit, you know, of what they went through, you got to remember you too are encouraging others, because almost everybody said, hey, I had this problem and, you know, I'm going to try what you said. And, you know, you've kind of given me hope. Maybe I should go back and do a couple of these things, or do a little bit of my own research and get back to what it is that I love to do. Just by you saying that, someone else will come along, even if they don't want to watch my video all the way through, they might just be going through the comments and be like, you know what, let me try. Because what they see is that, oh, there's a community of people who have the same problem and they're finding a way to get around it. I always thought that arthritis and inflammation, all that kind of things, was just for people who were, you know, it was an aging factor. I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, when I get old. And at the time I was 49, I was no spring chicken. I'm no spring chicken, but I didn't think that it would happen that soon, you know? So here I was. And as you saw in the video, I just, after I had the pity party, then, you know, and after talking to my dad, then I was just like, let me get up, dust off the dirt. Let's see what I can do. And what I did was, like most folks today, you go straight to Google, and I just started keying in keywords, you know, forums. Do people still crochet with arthritis? Do people knit? You know, and when these forums started popping up, I was just like, whoa. And people were successful. You know, people was like, oh, I have rheumatoid arthritis and I have MS. And I'm like, wow, really? People with sickle cell, you know, I mean, it was amazing. I was just like, okay. So when I saw that, boom, that's all I needed to see was this. And basically, to tell you the truth, I only saw like maybe 3 or 4 people's story. And that's all that I needed. I just needed to see that someone was able to find a way and get back to what they wanted to do, get back to what they love, right? And when I was able to do it, you know, I mean, I could not believe it. And that's how it all started. And once I realized like, oh, I still can do something, that's when I was just like, I told my best friend Linda, okay, you know what? This is going to be scary, but I'm going to try to make this channel anyway. And when I put that video out, she told me, she said, that video is going to help a lot of people. And I, you know, in my mind, not to brush off my best friend, I was just like, well, she's just trying to be supportive. But I never knew. And it is the highest viewed video that I have. Over 13, I have not looked at the numbers today, but I think the last time I viewed it, I did find out that over 1,300 or 1,400 people have viewed that video. So, and people have come back and told me that it helps them, or it gave them hope and courage. And I always encourage, I reply to everybody because it's so important that I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. And not to mention, I also encourage them, like, you know, go ahead and do something. And if you succeed, let me know. And I also want to say, if you've tried some of them and you're like, Shania, it still doesn't work for me, you know what? I feel like it is having this channel, yes, it's fun and everything, but I also feel like it might have been like just one of the small callings that I had on my life to, you know, encourage people, teaching people, hopefully, how to work through their pain. Yeah. So again, I will say that I am no doctor. Okay. And anything that you see that I may recommend, I highly recommend that you talk to your physician first. Right. Okay. So with that said, of course, I mean, I still have arthritis and I still have cervical stenosis. Okay. But I showed you in the first video, some of the things that I do. I found special braces to deal with the arthritis. I do have arthritis mainly in my thumb area going right here. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. Okay. And then, you know, when I get tendonitis, I mean, mixed with the arthritis, oh, that's not a walk in the park. It's no fun. Okay. So I wear braces for that, you know, and I showed you guys how I do soakings, and I still do. If I'm running late for work, sometimes I can't do the full soak, but when I'm in the shower, my hands will be right underneath that water. And as hot as I can get it. And then I cool them off with the coolant mints, you know, when I get out of the shower. And people be like, you do that? And I'm like, yeah, I have to fit that in. I have to fit it in to get my fingers and my joints moving. I mean, it's just a part of my life, right? And I showed you some, you know, some other things, you know, like finger splints or whatever. So I have a couple of things that I want to go over with you guys today. All right. So I might be flipping this camera back and forth around, but I want to show you some of the things that I just recently made a purchase on to help alleviate pain in my hands when I have these flare-ups. Okay. So let's get started. Now, the other thing that I showed you guys the last time was I talked about finger splints. Okay. So, you know, everybody, it just depends like where your pain is. Now, what's crazy is that right here, I don't know what it is right there in that area. When I'm crocheting or I have keyed too much, well, basically if I'm crocheting, meaning my hands are gripped around that hook, you know, when it's doing that motion right here, it will feel like paper cuts, like razors. Also, I get a bad pain when I'm holding the mouse too long, you know, at work. It hurts no matter what I do. And I have two different types of special mouse at work for my keyboard that the company actually was kind enough to get for me so that I'm able to, you know, function and it alleviates some of the pain. But yeah, so I was just like, okay, I had those finger splints that I showed you before, but I needed something that was... I just kept saying, okay, find me a splint for the ring finger or the middle finger. And I found this, okay? This is called GenetGo. And basically this right here, when I slide my finger in, this right here, I don't know if it's this little piece that's coming down, it basically stabilizes the two areas that I want. Okay, so you see how it's going around that lower area, which is the problem. And then it keeps the top, depending on how, you know, if I adjust the Velcro, it keeps the whole entire finger, you know, stabilized. It stretches it out and it compresses it. And I actually can work with this at work. Like when I'm typing, it stops the pain, or how can I say, it stabilizes it, it neutralizes it. So the reason why I'm showing this to you guys is because in my last video, I talked about finger splints, But I wanted to say that everybody's pain is somewhere different, right? You may not have the same areas of pain that I have. So when you're searching for splints or braces, you want to specify what area is giving you a problem and put it in. Like I literally said, you know, braces for thumb, you know, pain, you know, or thumb arthritis. And it came up specifically with items targeting that area. So that's another thing that I just wanted to show you guys. Okay, so the last time I showed you some of the things that I use to alleviate pains in my hands. Now with arthritis, a lot of the things that I showed you was compression type things, because inflammation means what? It's going to burn and expand, right? And it blows up. So compression is one of the methods that a lot of people, whether they have arthritis or pain, like athletes have pain, they have flare-ups, you want to compress it because it basically kind of like keeps your joints, where, what is the word that I'm looking for? Your nerve endings, you know, from flaring up, from exploding more. So I went ahead, and I'm pretty sure that some of you have seen different types of tools that are compression tools. Now, this is a hand compressor. And what's the weirdest thing is that I actually had one like a couple of years ago before I ever was diagnosed with arthritis. I didn't have it then. And I just figured I would buy one because I was crocheting a lot, right? And it will massage my hands. That's what I was looking for, a hand massager. And I remember the first one that I bought, I put my hand in there and I was like, this thing hurts, you know, because it didn't feel like a massager. And there is a difference between a hand massager and a compression. And this is a compression. Now, before we get into this, by no means am I sponsored. I'm not being sponsored. This company, FAYLOCH, does not know that I'm doing this review. They have no idea who I am, okay? So I purchased this off of Amazon with my own money, and it's very unique. It's like it reminds me of a space shuttle a little bit, okay? So basically, as you can see, what it has is it has different components on here, okay? So give me a second. Let me zoom in for you. Okay, so we done zoomed in, and I haven't taken my plastic off of it yet, but yep, I might as well take it off. It's nice and shiny. Anyway, so basically it has different settings. You see it says refresh, it says healthcare, and then relax. And then you can also adjust the intensity. You can adjust the timing, which if you don't, I never adjust the timing. If you don't set the timing, it will automatically cut off after 15 minutes, okay? It also has a heating mechanism, okay? So, and when you basically use this to change which one that you want for your hands, what you're trying to do. And then that button, of course, the intensity, meaning how hard it's going to do it, I guess that will, or basically pressure, how much pressure it will apply. So level 1, 2, and 3 up there. And inside, okay, it looks like that. Okay, it's like a smooth velvet type thing. Okay, and as you can see, there's an opening at the end. All you're going to do is you stick your hand in here as far as you want to go. And when you put your hand in there, there is like a little hump in the middle. So I'm assuming that you basically place like the center of the palm of your hand over that hump so that it kind of cradles it. And you just turn on the power button, you hold it down, and it will begin to do the process. Okay, now you can't see anything, but if I'm quiet, you can hear it. And what it's doing is it is compressing my hand, and it has different levels, like I said, okay? This is a great item to have, okay? It is really, I can't tell you how much of a difference it has made. The minute that I have a flare up or need to stretch out my fingers if they're starting to curl, you just relax. It will take some getting used to, you know. And I thought it was crazy myself, because when someone has arthritis or a flare up in their hands, the last thing that will make sense to you is the thought of something squeezing your hands. But remember, it is a compression component, okay? So this item I bought off of Amazon, and I'm going to go ahead and put the link below in the description box so that you can see. There are many other items. I want to say that I cannot remember what I paid for this. I will look it up. But basically, to get your hand out of here, you just basically turn off if you don't want to wait until the time is up, if you push the power button, it will release it, and you just slide your hand out, okay? And some people be like, "That's a scary thought." And I like this item because it actually came with a little carry bag. And I do take this to work. I slide it right on in here. And it has a little drawstring. And I take it to work with me. It's that light. It is that light. I lied to you not. Yup. So there you have that. Okay, so now I want to get into something that I really wanted to touch base upon, dealing with crocheting, okay, with like limitations to your hands, you know, whether it's the arthritis or, like I said, MS or other illnesses dealing with inflammation. As we all know, there are a various amounts of ergonomic crochet hooks or knitting needles. Now, again, if you watch my channel, everybody knows that I crochet. I do not know how to knit, but this will apply for the knitters as well, okay? I'm only going to be showing crochet hooks and talking about that, but these same rules do apply for the knitters as well. It's just that I don't have those products to show you, okay? So as we all learn the technique, you know, we get better with crocheting. Over the years, you start realizing like what's a better product to use, whether it's yarn or your crochet hook, right? So of course, when people are learning how to crochet, they just go in, they're not looking at, I would say the average person will just go ahead and buy a metal hook. They have no idea that they're buying Susan Bates or Boye, you know, or whatever other, you know, type of hook. I would say the most common beginners hooks are Boye's and Susan Bates. They just pick up this aluminum one. They don't even know their hook sizes. They're just, they're trying to learn. They don't know, right? But we, as experienced ones, we know, we begin to learn, okay? So Boye has this cool thing to basically help you with the pain from arthritis, tendonitis, and other hand limitations. And I'm going to show you this, okay? So let me go ahead and put it together, and then I'm going to flip this camera around. So this item, it is super duper cute. It looks like a little egg, like a little wand. Yup. And this is called the Boye. It is by Boye, okay? But it's called the Ergonomic Aluminum Crochet Handle. That's what it's called. It is super cute, y'all. I mean, it's super cute. It is this plastic kind of rubbery handle, and it's shaped like a little egg. And you're like, Cheyenne, what am I supposed to do with that? I'm about to show you. what you're supposed to do with this, okay? It will take some getting used to, but I'm so excited to show y'all this because it has made a difference for me. So let's try it out. Okay, so here it is. Okay. And basically it comes with some stoppers. Yes, it comes with stoppers. And as you can see, I've already opened up the package because I was going to open this up on camera, but I couldn't wait. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. They all... Okay. Yep. So basically these little stoppers, they're in different sizes, okay? It gives you a color chart on the back. Okay, so there we have it. We have different colors on the back for each stopper, and those colors will tell you the size hook. Okay, so for instance, like this one is saying B, size B is in boy to D is in dog. Is there a size D hook? I don't know. But anyway, well, I guess there is. So yeah, so they're saying this color stopper can be used with that size hook. Of course, you have your E, you have your F, you have your G, all the way down to a size K. So that's as far as it's going to go. Okay. So let me show you how it works. Okay. So let's find a hook. I'm going to choose, let me see, they have a size K. So this is a boy hook, okay? And this is a size K. So we need to find the stopper for this one. We got 6.5, so that's like the purple one. Which, some of these, I'm just like, okay, wait a minute. Where's the purple? It's like a slate blue. Oh, I hope I didn't drop anything. I think it's this one right here. Yeah. I know it doesn't match the actual color. It's weird. And I think they have little letters on there. Let's see if they do. Yeah, there it is. If I can get the camera to focus. You see that? It says 256. And if we look at this chart right there, I don't know. It doesn't say. I don't know if that's the color of it. Hold on. 256, 256. Y'all see 256 anywhere? Or did I read that wrong? Hold on. What does that say? Can we focus? Ooh. Or is that a 156? It says 256. But if you look at these sizes, or is that supposed to be the 259? I don't know. But basically the way it works is that you're supposed to slide the washer. They're calling it the washer. Slide it down, right? What is this on my hook? That's the washer. It goes like that. And then what you do is you take this apart. You just unscrew and then you pull it out. See? And you see where it has that little, it has like a little bump, okay? And you see the top of that. So when you put this back on, that little bump is supposed to fit right there where that little notch is. So anyway, you put the stopper on, you slide your hook in here, okay? And then you then put this back on, line it up, twist it. Okay, and voila. And if you're like, well, Shine, that just looks crazy. You have to remember, do you see how, like, because when you have arthritis or you have inflammation, if you're holding a hook like this, okay, look at it. Look at the bottom part of it. You're going to do what? You're going to squeeze tighter to get a grip. And so your hand is cramped like that. But if you have this, which is like, so you have more room, right? Then you don't clench your hand as tightly as to this. So I know what y'all are thinking. Y'all like, There's no way that I can crochet, you know, with that. But I'm still getting used to it. It does take some getting used to. And mind you, I don't use this all the time, okay? It is just that when my hands are really bothering me and I can't really, you know, like, I can't do this. It's not going to work. Nope. I need something that allows my hand, you know, basically to crochet openly. So basically it's no different. You're just, you know, your hands are looser. And it does take some getting used to. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say, yep, I started crocheting like a champ. I'm going to tell you why it's going to take some getting used to, because what I did not realize when I made this purchase, and I don't know what I was thinking, it was made by Boye, B-O-Y-E, okay? Crocheters do know that the top two name makers are Boye and Susan Bates, okay? Those are the top two, I would say. There are other great hooks makers, you know, like Furls, okay? Those are more expensive. I'm talking about the most economic hooks. Let me say, economic friendly hooks will be Boye and Susan Bates. And so, God, I forgot where I was going with that. Oh yeah. So here's the thing. I have a variety of different hooks for different yarns. And sometimes I use Boye and sometimes I don't. So when I purchased this, I never thought like, oh, wait a minute. They're going to have customized this for their hooks. Okay. Now, luckily, I have tried it with a Susan Bates hook. I'm having a hard time right now because the shape of this hook head is not very friendly with my Karen Simply Soft yarn. And I might be using the wrong size too, because it is a size K. So it's splitting a lot. But basically, my hand is more relaxed. Like, it feels so good on there. Your hand is loose. And like I said, it will take some time to get used to. Okay? But all up in here, right there, man, it feels so good because you're not gripping it. Now, we're going to take this apart, and it's very easy to take apart. You slide your hook out, and you can take that washer off. Okay, so this one was a Boye hook. Let's see what else I have. I think I have a Susan Bates hook. That's a Boye, because I want to show y'all that it does work with Susan Bates as well. Let's see. Find a Susan Bates hook, which I have plenty of. Let me see. Is this Susan Bates? Nope. I don't know who that is. Oh, here's Susan Bates. Yep. Susan Bates. All right. So this one is a size I. So we're going to find the washer for the size I. And let's see. That is going to be that green looking washer. Okay. So this one, again, you put it over the head, slide it down. And you put the hook in, snap it back on. You got to get it lined up. There we go. And then you twist it. Okay. Now remember, this is a Boye product right here. So it's not, I'm thinking it's not designed for anybody else's hook. All right. So again, this is a different size hook. So let's try this out. Where was I at? Uh-oh. Y'all remember where I was at? Oh, right here. Okay. Okay. Did I do one? This is just a swatch, y'all. Don't be judging me. Don't be like, Cheyenne, what are you doing? I don't know. Okay. but my hand is very open and relaxed. And it really does. It feels so much better. Because right now, as we speak, okay, the inflammation is not in my fingers right now, but I am having pain in my palm. So it is relaxing it a lot. Because if I was to pick up a regular hook, I'm really going to feel it. But it's basically, I mean, oh my God, y'all don't understand. This is like a lifesaver. When I read the reviews about this, I read a lot of people were saying, oh my God, the hook turns. It won't stay, you know. But the problem is that it's the washer. If you adjust and what I mean by that is that you have to make sure that the washer is in a particular place. So when you go to put this egg, I'm gonna call it the egg together, that it's near the top so that the twisting won't happen. My hook did not twist as I was crocheting. Okay. Now, I'm going to try something that I did not try, but I'm going to try it on camera. Okay. So we've used a size K and I think we've used a size I, both Boye and Susan Baker hooks. So I'm going to say that it's safe to say that if you have Boye or Susan Bates, you're good to go. Okay. For those of you who have also made a comment and you talked about that you used to do doilies. Now, we all know that doing doilies, and I'm talking about with a size, you know, 10 thread, okay? They actually do. Now, remember, let's see what they have. They have... All right, so as you can see, they have some really small sizes here. They have starting from a size B, which is a 2.25. And what do I have? I have a 2. If it'll focus. What is that? 2.75? Let's try to see. And they're saying that from B to D. So you know what? I can use this hook. And we need to find that washer. Let's see. So I'm assuming it's this one. And it slides right on over. And we're going to put it in here. We might have to put our washer down a little bit. Let's see. Okay. Click that. All right. I think I was gonna use this hook, but I think I'm gonna use a different hook. I'm gonna take this one off. We're gonna use this one. What is this? Yep. 2.75. So we're gonna slide that down and throw this guy down in here. You might want to slide our washer down a little bit more, right about there. Snap this into place. And see if it's like that, yeah, it's going to move around. So let's adjust that. Because I think that's where people was just like, oh, my hook is moving, and it may be down too far or not down far enough. Let me see. I got to adjust this somehow. Okay, there we go. And now it's not turning around. Okay. And so as you can see, I got some thread. Okay, so here we go with the thread. Now, I know for all you people who like to work with thread back in the day, you're like, that's going to be awkward, but... And bear with me. So I'm just making a simple chain. Remember, I am using, what did we say this was? A 2.75 hook with a size 10 crochet thread. And And I don't want y'all to be like, Cheyenne, that looks like it's too hard. You have to remember, I have not crocheted with thread in almost 3 years now. Okay. But if you're looking at my hands, okay, this hook is not, it's not turning. It's staying very stabilized in the, I keep calling it the egg, the crochet egg. That's what I'm calling it. I think I just did a regular crochet. And y'all probably like, we can't see anything. But for those of you who work with thread or used to work with thread, you know that it's not much in the beginning. Okay. So I'm just trying to say that how I feel right now is my hands are happy. Like I said, this will take some practice. Now, it didn't take much for me with the regular size hook, but I can tell that if I want to do work with thread again, this is going to take me some time. Yeah. So I'm going to turn my little work here and chain up 1. But what I wanted to show you guys is that, yes, it goes down to one of the tiniest hooks, you know, and there are smaller hooks than this, which, you know, people who make doilies, they know. So I think it's fabulous that Boye came up with this concept. After I found this on Amazon, I could not find anybody else who did a design like this. Like, I just kept coming across regular ergonomic hooks. And the only reason why I'm struggling, folks, because for one, I got these nails on. And like I said, I have not, this is not me struggling because of this egg. Nope. So, yeah. I just wanted to show you this because I want to give hope to people who was just like, I had to give it up, you know, because that little hook. Oh, I done slipped. And I'm nervous. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little nervous trying to show y'all this because y'all know, like I said, it's been a while since I've crocheted with thread. But my hand is nice and loose. Can y'all imagine what my hand would look like around that little skinny hook right now? I mean, I would be clenching. I'll be clenching, for real. So, yeah, I'm making a mess here, but there we go. Look. I have, so, okay, so I showed you this, okay? I will definitely drop the link below in the description box where you can find this. Like I said, I got it off of Amazon. And, man, this little guy, I don't know how Boye did it. And again, this is not being sponsored. Boye has no idea who I am. They never heard of me. And again, this is just me doing research. You know, I'm always looking for more products that will help me, you know, when I have pain. Because someone is always going to design something. Someone's going to think of something. And I'm telling y'all, I know y'all like, Cheyenne, nobody can hold it. Just try it. Just try it. And remember, because Amazon, the one thing that I love about Amazon is that they have never really, you know, I can't think of too many cases where somebody was just like, they wouldn't take it back. That's the beauty of Amazon. It's like a dream come true. You know what I mean? So here's your proof. I mean, the fact that they designed something, they designed something that could hold a hook that small. So from, what is the, hold on, what's the sizes again? So all the way from a 2.25 all the way up to a 6.5, which is a K. Man, this thing is lovely. Okay, and I think this hook, now these little hooks that I have both Susan Bates and Boye, you know, hooks. And I mean, I have like tiny hooks. Y'all really want to see it, you know, like I have like, I'm looking at the wrong end of the camera. Yeah, but I have all kinds of hooks. I mean, I do have ergonomic hooks, you know, that are super tiny. What is this? Like a 2. That's a 2. I mean, I have one. Let's see. Whew, yeah. Down to a 1.65. You're trying to figure out what's happening with that one. Yeah, for those of you who don't crochet, it's real. Yeah. Now, the bad thing about the, about this is that, remember, it is only going to accommodate a Boye hook. You know, it does accommodate a Susan Bates, but remember, because of how you have to, put this in here, right? You can't put one of these. No, it's not going to go in there, okay? It's not going to go all the way down. So these are ergonomic hooks too. These are great. I got these from Hobby Lobby. They look a lot like Prim hooks. Okay, Prim has that nice fat, you know, but do you see how my hands still have to get a little bit tighter versus, now I gotta put it back together, y'all. Okay, look, right? Versus, you see how much wider my hands are, more open. This is great. This is great, y'all. I'm telling you, Boye did this. And the fact that they gave you different washers to be able to adjust. I mean, I got excited mainly for the people who like to do doilies and use thread, because there are a lot of people that I know who have enjoyed working with thread, and they're just like, I just can't anymore. And I'm like, man, I'm telling you, this is a lifesaver. It is a lifesaver. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. Like I said, I will leave the link below for each product that I've shown you here today. And let me know if you order it. Tell me what you think about it. You know what I mean? I mean, it may not work for everybody. It may not work for everybody, but my whole thing is that I want to continue to bring you options so that you see that, hey, not only are there other people like you and me who have the same problems, or we thought we was going to have to give up knitting or crocheting, but there's also makers in the industry. You know, of course, they want you to keep crocheting and knitting. Why? Because they want you to buy their products. Duh. So they're going to be like, what can we do? You know, but nevertheless, this guy, I'm going to call it the magic egg. The magic egg. Isn't there a product called the magic egg? I don't know, but whatever. So, yep, that's all I wanted to say. I know this video probably wasn't as smooth. It's not my smoothest video. I don't know why I was even more nervous recording this one than I was the first one. Yeah, I don't know why. But nevertheless, so that is my video for, you know, the follow-up for the arthritis. Tell me what you think about these products. If you buy any of these products, or you buy something similar like to the hand compressor, and just one more time, you see it comes in this cute little, you know, they give you this bag, and look, just to show you how light this thing is, I can put it on my hand, I'm gonna start it up, and this is what happens. I lied to you not. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, commercial's on, let me get up, right, and go in the kitchen, and I'll just lift up my hand just like this. It's on right now. Just so that you see how big it is. And oh, it feels so amazing right now. I'm telling you right now, it feels great on my hand. Look at that. You see my little fingers sticking out or whatever, and it's doing its thing. You hear that? Yep. Yeah. So if you have a birthday coming up, if you have somebody missed out on Christmas or whatever, if you want to say, hey, get me that, you know, whatever. Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be really, really great. You won't resent. Oh, and don't forget. Oh, don't forget about the finger splint. Yep. So yeah, let me just wrap this up. So again, thank you for watching. If you like this video, you know, please give it a thumbs up and think about subscribing, because in between crochet videos, I will also try to remember to bring more tips and information to all of my fellow knitters and crocheters who have problems with their hands, okay? This is just, you know, this is just one of, I hope to say, many videos that I can bring to you to help you, to keep you encouraged and to give you hope that there are ways that you can get around your arthritis or, you know, your inflammation illnesses, okay? So again, thank you for watching, and I hope everyone enjoys their 3-day weekend. And if you're like me and you got to get back to work, start getting your clothes ready and food prepping. So until next time, bye-bye.